Greetings and good day. This is Donnie with TechWinter, and thank you so much for joining me today. CES 2022, yes, the Consumer Electronics Show has wrapped, and Ring had one minor announcement, an enhancement to the Ring alarm system known as the Ring Glass Break Sensor. So without any further ado, let's dive in and let's take a look. Hot on the tails of exciting Ring alarm announcements last year, like the Ring Alarm Pro system, the Ring job site security, and even cool new features like Ring Edge, we're now getting an announcement that people have really been asking for quite some time. As we've mentioned previously, Ring already has contact sensors and motion sensors, but today they've announced a glass break sensor feature that wasn't previously available. But today they're closing the gap on glass sensors. The Ring Alarm Glass Sensor will go on sale on February the 16th. One pack for $39.99 or a two pack for $69.99. So let's take a look at some of those features. This product says that it will monitor glass windows and doors for break-in attempts. Get mobile alerts when the glass break sensor detects the sound of glass shattering in your home, or set the sensor to automatically sound your Ring alarm siren when armed in home or away mode. I actually do like this, and I will talk a little bit about why I like this a little bit later. Ring Alarm Glass Break Sensor uses AI technology to accurately detect the sound of different types of breaking glass and help reduce false alarms. Obviously, this sensor requires you to have Ring Alarm or Ring Alarm Pro, so that is one of those two base stations, whether it is that first gen, second gen Ring Alarm, or the newer Pro system. So Ring has sort of had glass breaking detection for some time now via Guard. And now after saying that once and actually activating it in my home, I'm now going to just refer to it as Echo Guard. So anytime you hear me say Echo Guard, I really mean Echo Guard is a cool feature that does tie in with the Ring alarm system so that when it's set to away, it does some cool features. So one of the things that it will do is the microphones on any type of Amazon Echo device listens for the sound of glass breaking. Any other suspicious sounds or things that it hears that don't sound quite right, it also notifies me through the Echo app and gives me the opportunity to listen to it. I've heard my pets running around the house before and things like that. So for somebody like me that already has Echo devices throughout the house, I feel like I already have that glass detection features built in to my Echo devices, especially when you're looking at the price of a third generation Echo Dot right now on Amazon today is $24.99. So when I'm comparing a glass break sensor that has one job, one function for $39.99, or another Echo device that can play music for me, set timers, tell me the weather, and also have the Guard features built into it, for me, it's going to push me towards wanting to have an Echo device as opposed to a one standalone Ring device. Looking at the tech details for the sensor, it does say that it requires 3 AAA batteries, and those batteries are expected to last up to 3 years. So as opposed to an Echo device that has to stay plugged in, this does give you some more flexibility around where you would put one of these sensors. And the sensor says that it has a range up to 25 feet for being able to hear actual glass breaking. And it needs to be within 250 feet of the Ring alarm base station. So I will tell you right now, for me, my setup with my Amazon Echo devices totally checks the boxes for glass breaking sensors for me. But I want to give you 3 examples of areas where I could see this new sensor adding value. Number 1, Ring says that this does work in home mode. So one of the things about the Echo Guard is that it only works when the Ring alarm is set to away. So I like that this would be working even in home mode. So if you're home, you're asleep at night, you hear the sound of glass breaking, your sensor hears the sound of glass breaking, it automatically goes ahead, depending on what your settings are, either start sounding the alarm or contacting the authorities. Number 2, I also like that this will work without you necessarily having to have the Ring Protect plan. So what do I mean by that? So for Echo Guard, you have to have the Ring Protect Plus plan for it to actually work. For this, you could have it set up without having to have a Ring Protect plan, meaning that if the sensor did detect motion, the alarm would at least start blasting a siren. Doesn't have the monitoring built in, but if your primary goal is just to scare somebody away, this would totally fit the bill. Number 3, additional range. I like that you could potentially put this in like an outbuilding, like a shed or a garage where you may not necessarily have power, where an Echo device might not necessarily work for you. And if it's within 250 feet of your Ring alarm base station, you could have this sitting in an outbuilding that potentially has a window that could be broken into, and it still alerts your system without you having to have any type of power out there. If you've got the AA batteries, you're keeping them charged up, this contact sensor will completely work without any additional power requirements. So guys, while this sensor is for me a little bit overkill, I'm also coming at this from someone who has a ton of Echo devices already in his house. Every room in my house that has windows has an Echo device in it. They are listening when that Echo Guard has been activated. And for me, this really wouldn't add value, but maybe you're one of those 3 use cases that I just mentioned. Maybe you have some other creative ideas on how this would add value to your life. And if you do, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So please let me know. And guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And guys, if there's any other topics that you've seen out there that you would like me to talk about, let me know that in the comments as well. And if you haven't already, I'd ask you to strongly consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell notification so that you're staying up to date as new content has been uploaded. But for now, I'm Donnie with TechWinner. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great day.